YouTube. Another beautiful sunrise, nice day. I'm going to get some firewood split, and I've got a experiment I'm going to try, and I think we can make splitting firewood easier. I still use the old-fashioned way of swinging them all, and I just find it a little easier back here. Now, I'm not busting up big trees like most of you guys are, some smaller firewood and things like that, but I really do think I've got an idea that's going to make it easier for us, just getting the wood to stand up and stay stationary and help along the process of splitting this stuff up. Okay, I want to thank you for watching. Let's get on with the video. First of all, guys, I have made a video on how to make this little sawhorse sawbuck. This thing works really good. Just always make sure that the end of the tree you're cutting is wedged up against something, because I've left this single so I can move it easily. Otherwise, I could have put a third leg down to where it'd be stationary, in which you may have to do that. But how to make a sawbuck is the video for that, if you want to see how we've done that. Took 10 minutes. Alright, that's what we need there. Now we're already cutting firewood. What I'm going to do is take the chainsaw and mark off 2 lengths of firewood here, and then I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to need 2 of these. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the chainsaw and I'm going to cut me a groove in each end of these 2 logs that we've just made. Alright, I've just got it propped up on some firewood here. No big deal. One. Zoom you in so you can see that. What I'm doing is I am notching that out, and we are going to use a chain to lay in between those 2 logs, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. Okay, just cut about a 3/4 of an inch groove there. We will do that on all 4 ends of the logs that we cut. Doesn't have to be anything real pretty. Let's lay this down, we'll do the other one. Now, I kept my lines similar and vertical with each other. Now I'll show you what we're going to do with this. Alright, now almost everybody when they're cutting firewood has a chain in their rig, so what we're going to do, pull this stuff out of the way, is in our grooves there, we're going to take this chain, thread it through one end, and then on the other side, where the log, you go through the other. If your chain's long enough, you can just wrap around all four of them. Okay, about like that. Now, what we can do here, let me get you down there where you can see what I'm doing. Is by cutting these grooves in these logs, now I have something that's adjustable. And what I'm going to do, get that kind of squared up, split some firewood. And that will keep the logs from running away from you. Does that make sense? Now when we're done here, we can cut this right up because we've used what we're making, throw it right in the wood pile. And if you're afraid of that moving around on you, off the sides, just drop you a block down there. Now, I'm about to lose the chain there, I can see too. Boy, you get something laying down these leaves, guys, you'll lose it real quick. Throw this up here on the wood where I can see it. Move the chainsaw back. Now we've all seen all the different methods of getting a piece of wood to stay stabilized for you when you're splitting. But again, we're using stuff that we're already making. And when we're done here, we can just cut it in two, cut both our blocks in two, and they will be firewood, okay? And then if you're having a problem with your log pushing down into the soil, you can actually just lay firewood underneath it and split on top of it, and that'll give you a really good dead bed there to hold this firewood up. See, no more bending over. Leave that there. Leave that there. All right. Let's give us another bigger piece. Alright, now what makes this really handy is by the chain here, we can adjust it to any size log we have that we're cutting or splitting. Let me open that up a little bit. Well, I tell you what, that's great exercise. Now I'm just going to spread this guy out. Get my chain, there we go. Stay up there. We won't need that. There we go. Well, this white oak, the older it gets, the harder it is to split too. Isn't that nice? Just standing there, pretty as they can be. Oh, that was mean. And there we go. Alright guys, I've raked some of the leaves back so we could get a good look at that chain, how that's laying in there. That's why I told you in the beginning it didn't really matter. You don't have to be real tidy trying to make those cuts square or anything like that. You can see how it's laid in there. Again, one length of chain made it all the way around the base. Now you can obviously hook a second link run of chain to it and make it as big as you need it. Okay, there. I'm sure you guys are getting the idea there. That's handy, and again, I'll just saw those other two up when I'm done, throw them right on the wood pile. Alright guys, now what I'm going to do, this remaining log here, I'm going to go ahead and cut out 3 more sticks, 2 sticks long, and we're going to lay those underneath our splitter there in order to give us support so we're not driving our wood down into the mud and make it easier to split. I'll show you how we're going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to mark it out 2 sticks, and then saw it off. We'll get 3 or 4 of those down through there. right? Now, because we can lay this underneath here, we can lay this across the grain, and there's no way you'd ever break that with that splitting maul shoving down on top of it. It's just going to make it easier for you. Let's get you situated so you can see here. All right. Move the maul out of the way. This job's already hard enough, guys, so anything you can do to make it easier on yourself, just absolutely do so. And like I said, it's great exercise. All right. I'm just going to use this chain and lift those right up. Slide those underneath there where I need it to be. Naturally, the chain fell off on this end. That's okay though. It only takes a couple minutes to set up. Then you can bust wood all day. Well, let's not say all day. That's a big job. All right. Get up underneath there. Tighten these logs up. Might as well just move this chain. Like I said, no extra tools. We're going to use everything we've made here. Right. Now I've got this spread open for about an 8-inch to 10-inch pieces of wood. Let's see what we've got here to split. What I have here, guys, this is the part where we made our notch to cut the tree down, and we all know how crappy that is to split. I'm going to show you, setting it right in here like this, because now we've got, and just going to stand up for you. These 3 logs having the various gaps in it, it's going to hold it right up. We're against our chain. That's about an 8-inch diameter, I guess. You can split it any way you choose to. Come across the grain now. All right. Now, let me show you how that looks sitting up here on these blocks like that. And you can see the gaps in the 3 crosses that we have there. And again, that's going to keep it from the wood driving down in the mud for you. Any style of wood, any size wood, and if you need to make this gap bigger, just open your chains up. You guys are going to like that idea. Anything we can do to make splitting firewood, cutting firewood, this thing is amazing. And again, I show you how to make that. That took 10 minutes and 75 cents worth of screws. This using the chain. I'm going to saw this firewood up after I'm done splitting the rest of the wood I need to split. This all goes onto the wood pile. It's done. Put my chain back in the mule and I'm good to go. Haven't spent any extra time other than cutting these notches in there to keep the chain from jumping around. And it holds firewood for you, right? I hope you've enjoyed what you see. I really do hope it helps you out in some way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.